Hi guys, this is Dan from Inclusion Space. Today I wanted to take a look at this guy, Erik Carter, E-R-I-K, Erik Carter, who did a book with Carolyn Hughes. The book is called Peer Buddy Programs for Successful Secondary School Inclusion. He just has a little blurb on YouTube I wanted to just show you guys. I understand that peer buddies is a really important aspect to inclusion. Some of the concepts he talks about. So let's go take a look at what he says and talk about it for a minute. So here we go.
Every student we serve in our schools, whether or not they have a significant disability, needs support to be successful academically and socially. And so when we talk about natural supports, we're talking about those supports that already exist in a classroom for any student. That may be a teacher, it may be an additional school staff, but often those natural supports are the peers who are also part of that classroom. And so what we're really trying to do is encourage students with significant disabilities to have opportunities to draw upon the same supports that others in that setting would also draw upon. In a classroom, that might mean turning to a classmate for help with an assignment. It might mean turning to a classmate for help navigating kind of a social problem or a social challenge. It might be turning to someone else for help kind of managing your classwork or your school day. And so for students with significant disabilities, instead of often turning to those peers, they might rely more heavily on that educational assistant. So one of the opportunities for us is to think about what are the supports that naturally exist in that setting. They may be supports that aren't paid to be there or supports that have to be sort of strategically set up, but the supports that already exist there. How do we help our students connect to those supports as the first line of participation?
So I find that to be pretty interesting, and there's a lot of conversation that can be had around that topic of when there's a paraprofessional or a special ed teacher in a general ed classroom. Well-meaning people, but the temptation is to just step in and do things for the students that they're supporting rather than to kind of facilitate independence more. So finding ways to have the student with special needs be more independent, be as independent as possible, connecting with their peers for support rather than turning to adults right away. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Let me know what you think down below. Comment. Please take a look at the book from Erik Carter and Carolyn Hughes, Peer Buddy Programs for Successful Secondary School Inclusion. We'll talk to you later.